So I know you guys have got the announcement today about Microsoft releasing an increase on their systems now, as well as the cost of their games this coming holidays are going to be up to $80. Now, this is no surprise to a lot of the gamers in the gaming forum community that have been saying that, being that Nintendo just released their Switch 2 and some of their first party titles are going to be at $80. This has definitely created a culture shock against the gaming industry, just for a lot of people are just not used to the fact of having change. A lot of people are blaming the tariffs with the cost of imports being imported into United States, but also just on the fact this corporate greed, the corporate greed of these gaming industries. How dare them, go out and, charge us more money for the same value game or incomplete games, right? This is just kind of the thing. And Nintendo being the blame of this because they were the ones that pretty much announced their first party title, Mario Kart World, being $80 right off the bat. A lot of people thought it was going to be $90, but retailers have did announce this 80. So with that, not too long after, we're now with Microsoft being in the same predicament. And you know what? I'm gonna just take my stab at it and just tell you, look, guys, I think it just has a lot to do with just the cost of living altogether. Let's just unpack this, okay? Think about this. Our cost of living has gone up just with the fact of living, essentials, food, water, shelter. Just eggs alone was literally doubled in price just a year and a half ago. So this is what I'm saying. Literally, cost of everything has gone up. Does it surprise me that our video games in form of entertainment has gone up as well? Absolutely not. In fact, I think a lot of that just has the fact of just dealing with circulation of our currency. We got a lot of money printed into our economy. So with more circulation of these resources of this money into our economy has driven the cost of goods going up. But also too, this also plays a big detriment into the paychecks of a lot of family homes because our incomes are not measuring up to the inflation and cost of living. So I know a lot of people feel a lot of the pressure, but if you would calculate from the cost of games back in the early 90s up until now, the inflation adjustment is pretty much exactly the same. We're just feeling the pressure of it more because everything else just with living alone is also going up as well. So entertainment is one of those things that a lot of people are having to take a backseat burner on because again, our entertainment has gone up. Now, I'm gonna just take a stab at this as well. It doesn't mean that you have to get the game right off the bat. Games do lose value after time, okay? After a couple months, the games will go down in value eventually, especially if it's not selling. They even go half in price. Dragon Age, Vanguard. I'm just saying, look, just telling you right now, you just got to recognize that these things do happen. And so all we just got to understand is that, we still got Game Pass, okay? So if anyone that doesn't have an Xbox Series X at this point, probably had no intentions on buying one anyway. I mean, the generation console has pretty much been out for at least 5 years at this point. And then even for the people that do have a console, I mean, you still got Gaming Pass too. We did just get the announcement with even Gaming Pass going up in price just, a couple months ago as well. So this is just a cost of living, guys. Again, businesses are in profit and they're trying to keep everything on the books and keep things on the green. So from a business perspective, I do see why things of cost of living, just with everything else going up, gaming entertainment is no exception to that as well. So this is just, again, just my take on it. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on this as well. Do you believe that Sony is going to be following up with this same practice in the near future? We just got the announcement that Sony is going to be releasing the PlayStation 6 in 2027. This is crazy, and it just seems like that the gaming industry is definitely have shortened the lifespan of their consoles. I feel like PlayStation 2 and the Xbox and GameCube had the longest run from so far in the console generation, and now we are now getting an announcement of a new PlayStation. I just feel like it just released a couple years ago, but I know it's been 5 years plus. So again, I just want to hear your guys' take on this. Do you think that Sony is going to be following up with this practice soon enough before the PlayStation 6, or do you think they're going to stay in the price as well? Again, I want to hear your guys' comments about this in the comments below. Again, thank you for taking the time to watch Gaming Fanatics, and here, this is where awesome people come to watch. It's all gaming news. I'll see you very soon at the next video. Peace.